One of my biggest projects right now is looking at if we could create a self-powered ocean cleanup system. It has applicability beyond just being on a ship. We could have it at river mouths and prevent the plastic entering the ocean. We could have it at recycling facilities as an alternative way to recycle plastic. $100 million in support of research and scholarly work can do a lot. More fellowships, having more students be able to get those fellowships, which really brings in, the cream of the crop and student body potentially for our graduate programs. And also having fellowships that retain students. That money could easily help support students like myself who need to find funding for materials and experimental work that we're doing. One of the major ways that donor support has affected my work specifically is in the fact that my first year I was awarded the Presidential Fellowship, which 100% funded my first year of my PhD. It's been definitely a fabulous decision to come here to do my PhD.
My group specifically looks at minimizing waste, so a lot of additive manufacturing, looking at using less material, using less energy to generate materials or to generate parts and applications. We look at repairing materials or repairing parts versus replacing parts. So repairing a part is going to be much more cost effective and energy efficient and sustainable than simply replacing a part every time it breaks or every time it's damaged. We're also able to provide research experience for both undergraduates as well as our graduate students. They're getting, again, the state-of-the-art equipment. They have full access to it. This isn't lab scale, this is real. And we're making real parts, we're doing real research, and students have a firsthand experience. Having the Sagamore Road facility has just allowed us to grow as a research group. Specifically, you can see some of these instruments in the back are huge. With this facility, the Sagamore Road facility, we're able to actually have full-scale equipment. Philanthropic donations have really helped us not only build this space and create this space for us, but also give us the scholarship to get these great students, right? Students are one of my favorite parts of this university. They're part of the WPI experience, and they are really what drives this research. Faculty, we have the ideas, but the students are often the ones doing the research. So enabling students of all walks of life, the option and the opportunity to come to WPI has been huge.
One of my favorite things about WPI is the dual mission of training and furthering the scientific endeavor. I love that duality. Both of those things are so important to me. And to be able to really tie them to those two things together and be able to use our pursuit of science to also train the next generation of scientists and engineers is a wonderful thing. We just got this grant from NIH, and I got this together with Professor Pam Weathers at WPI and Professor Josh Kellogg at Penn State. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to identify new compounds that could potentially be developed into drugs to treat tuberculosis. So having this funding is going to help us because now we can pursue this project full on using state-of-the-art techniques that we need to really understand what's going on here and figure out what these compounds are and figure out if they can be used or developed into new drugs for TB. This grant also funds students here at WPI and my collaborators, students at Penn State, and it's funding a postdoctoral scholar who is working in my lab. I'm really grateful to the donor funding that makes it possible for us to bring in the students and trainees that we bring in. I think diversity is really important. It's important everywhere. It's especially important, I think, in the sciences where we need a diversity of opinion and viewpoints. And I know that donor funding is a big part of what helps us to bring in a diversity of students, whether it's at the undergraduate level or the PhD level. Going beyond these towers means improving the diversity of the students and the faculty and staff that we can recruit, because I think that increasing the diversity on campus is one of the most important things we can do to increase the impact of what we do, both at the level of teaching, but especially at the level of training and mentorship.
In our NSF Industry University Cooperative Research Center entitled Center for Advanced Research in Drying, CARD, we are working on 3 innovative drying technologies where we are bringing new novel concepts to make drying processes very energy efficient. We believe when we combine these 3 technologies with innovative sensor technologies and artificial intelligence algorithms that my colleagues are working on, we'll be able to reduce the energy consumption of drying processes by greater than 35%. Note that the energy consumption drying processes in the United States is about 1.5% of the total energy used in the country. The impact of this on the carbon footprint is huge in the United States. And if you think globally, it's extremely large. Sustainability is the key for our project. The $4 million funding that we received from DOE plus the Massachusetts Clean Energy Center, the outcome of that is going to be the state-of-the-art testbed at WPI in our Sagamore building of campus. This smart dryer testbed that will be available to all U.S. manufacturing industries. We will run their current and new products in our smart testbed and will give them basically the formula so they can go back and make better products as well as with the reduced energy consumption. We are very excited about this smart testbed. It's going to be putting WPI not only on the US map but also globally. I just can't see anything better than investing in research at WPI, to be honest. For me, research and education go side by side. In less than 10 years from now, I think that WPI name will be much more easily recognizable globally through the impactful education that we are delivering, the IQPs, MQPs, and others. The meaningful research that we are doing has impacted people's lives. In every direction, I see WPI to favorably grow and impact our local society, our country, and beyond.